Hey y'all, welcome to episode 285 of Consignment Chats. How many of you have a bin in your garage of stuff you bought just because some guru, some expert on YouTube said it was a good flip? Gotta grab this bolo, gotta have it. Yeah, we have, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And Samantha, I want you to talk about a post you just recently put in our community.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was channeling my inner Joseph from I'd Flip That, and I try to look at my marketplace, which normally just frustrates me. But I saw this post pop up. Oh, right here. Nautical navigation charts. All of them for $750. And I was tempted for a little while. I was like, "Ooh, that could be a really good investment."
Hey y'all, welcome to Consignment Chats, reselling tips, mindset, and real life. Hit subscribe and let's grow together.
But let's talk about why that was wrong.
Yeah.
So what's the do you have any idea the resale? I'm guessing it's pretty good.
I looked some up and they're all over the place, but I mean, one of those charts could sell for hundreds of dollars, especially depending on how localized it is. Like the more niche down of one little lake, or the Great Lakes, there's a lot of bays and ports and the locks and all that stuff, that if the smaller area that they are and the more rare, they hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Wow. And how many maps were there?
A lot.
Okay.
I mean, hundreds, a couple hundred. I don't know. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. So we're looking at thousands and thousands of dollars in potential profit.
Right. I think that one thing we have to remember is there is a difference between what is good item. There are a lot of great items out there. I ran into one probably at a yard sale that I thought, this is great, but then I decided it's not so good for me, right? It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I want to get into. So I think we need to talk about that. But just because somebody says it's good, is it good enough? Do we have to go grab that? Is it I gotta get it now?
So then I posted it in our community, and I thought people would give me the cons as well. No, I just had people saying, yes, run, get it, absolutely. And I'm like, what? Can we talk about how some of these are 5 foot long tubes? That's going to be so expensive to ship and to store. There's so many factors, and everybody was like, get it. They just see dollar signs. Get them.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in that camp. I'm dying here. Yeah.
Have you
ever sold a nautical map before?
I have not.
I mean,
ignorance is bliss, baby.
When I was looking at comps to see the size of some of those too, I mean, they're 5 by 7 foot when you roll them out. The amount of space to even just photograph them.
Yeah,
you have
a whole system.
You got to have a drone to fly overhead and take pictures of the whole thing.
Well, there we go.
Your phone isn't going to do it, so you need to be drone ready.
That's why she's fine with it. Avery is licensed. There we go.
Yes. Right. Commercial drone pilot. I have one. I have one on staff. Yep.
Just bring him home for the weekend and let him photograph all the maps. So Samantha, on our live, you did some estate sailing for us and bought some things for Libby while we were on the live. Now it seems like she wants you to go buy her some nautical maps and ship those next. So I am the one who's always said I needed to be a personal shopper, but somehow you are jumping into the personal shopper mode here.
I didn't ship those dolls last week because there was another estate sale that had some dolls this weekend, so I threw in a couple extras. I'm now sourcing for Libby when I go garage sailing.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
I'm serious. I just packed the box up. One had like a lampshade type plastic bottom under its dress. I took that plastic thing out. It was busted and it wouldn't fit in the box. So that one, you don't get that part with it, but it has a whole doll and it's creepy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
It was so hard for me because I'm like, I don't have a bigger box. I'm not Frankenboxing this. I'm not like, but and then I was like, well, I could just list that doll. She doesn't even know she's getting it. No, it was too creepy. That thing is not staying in my house. It's
like, get
here.
it out of my, oh geez. Well, maybe you
so
can
there
always
are things that I like that aren't, your jam that you don't want to list, right?
Yeah.
They're good enough for me, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, even when we did that, there was some simple research on one of the dolls. Looked like it was going to sell for, close to $200 for that one doll. Samantha wasn't like, oh, never mind, I'm going to keep it and list it. She was like, dolls are not my thing. I'm sending them to you, Libby. Like, you don't have to list it all and have it all. That's why I love that there's so many of us out there.
Yeah, the FOMO thing, people just fall into everybody's talking about Pyrex. I need to go find Pyrex. Well, there was Pyrex at that estate sale, and none of us were jumping on the $30 price tag or whatever it was, which you could still flip and make money, but you have to think about your margins, and you have to think like, just because something is popular doesn't necessarily mean it's right to sell. Like there's just so many factors.
Yeah, and like at the auction, right? It's so easy to get caught up in this because you see, like, I'm going to say what's hot right now is Pyrex at the auction, and lots of costume jewelry, and it's going for like insane prices, and it's hard to like stop yourself because you see everybody else wants it, right? Like everybody thinks this is good, and it's not just because that's what everybody's going for does not mean that it is right for you, right for me. But it's hard. You get caught up. I've gotten caught up in that excitement.
Well,
that's the auction, but at sales,
that's where it gets dangerous too at an auction, because then you end up getting into the moment, and then you get home and realize I overspent for this item, and now I'm not going to recoup or make what I need to make off of this item. So that's the thing. You get into the excitement of it and you buy it because you're like, oh, there's that beautiful Pyrex bowl I've been wanting, and I know it's rare, and you end up overspending at an estate sale just because it is what it is. And then you get home and you Nick maths. And it's like, oops, perhaps that was a mistake. I'm really not going to make anything off of that. So you do have to really stop yourself from getting in the moment.
And as we always say, you got to know who you're taking advice from. I mean, even the advice we give, it may not be appropriate for you. All our businesses are different, and we just talk about our opinions on here. But I was chatting with someone at a craft show this weekend, and he sold like rocks and stuff like that. And we started talking about the reselling aspect of it, because I walked in and several people were like, Samantha, how's eBay? Like they were, So we were talking about it, and our worlds are very different. He sells on Whatnot. So something that's hot for him, or what he thinks is hot, is not the same for me. And people on Whatnot could be selling things for $3 a piece, but because they sold in volume, then that's hot to them. But we see one of them at a sale, that doesn't mean it's going to make us the same type of money or the same. So just having a quick conversation and saying, oh my gosh, this is a bread and butter for me. This sells really well. Even the term bread and butter can be different via platform or business, or like if I pick up a Raggedy Ann doll, it's not going to sell the same as Libby, who sells a ton of them and has the audience for Raggedy Ann. Like it's just, and the keywords and I'm not familiar with those. I don't.
Yeah. Then you have to spend your time educating yourself on these things that you don't know much about. We were at a yard sale this past weekend, not this weekend, but the weekend before. And in fact, I think the video went out this past week on Thrift Find Flip. You can watch it. But we come across a large collection of Spider paintball guns and equipment and bags. And I know there's money in it, but I don't know enough. So I left Nick at the table to do some basic research on these pieces while I continued to look at other things. And in the end, I was just like, he's like, I don't know. It's too much. Like you have to know the certain model numbers. And this one is a specific style. And this model number sells differently than the other model number. And I just finally was like, you know what, let's leave this to the person who this is their niche and they know, and they're going to come pick it up and they're going to do great things. We got plenty of other things to look at. And I thought people are going to watch this video and go, I can't believe you walked away from that, because I do that when I watch videos and see people and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they didn't pick that up. But it's your knowledge is different, and what works for you doesn't work for everybody, right? So
here's the other thing. People get really excited. Like, I'm really excited about Samantha buying those navigation maps because I don't have to list them, right? Like, I'm not the one doing the work. So like, it's really excited for somebody else to say, oh yeah, that's going to be great. That'll be awesome. But give yourself some credit. You know the work that goes into a lot of this stuff. And just because somebody else is excited about it, they're not going to come help you and get a drone and photograph those maps and do all the things, right? It's very easy for somebody else to get excited about something like that.
And the storage, look at how much space that's a garbage can on the right side, guys. Actually, both of those big ones, they're all garbage cans. That's a garbage can box, for God's sake.
Oh my gosh, the whole time I'm looking at this, I thought they were totes. They're totes.
No, those are garbage cans. The one on the left is a kitchen garbage can, is the smallest one on there. These things are like 6-7 feet long. Like, they're huge. So, the storage, you have to think about that too. You're watching or listening to people all over the country, all over the world. Sometimes I can barely store what I already sell in my basement in plastic bags, in plastic totes, with dehumidifiers constantly running all the time. I can't store paper products like that. All my magazines, my books, they're all wrapped. They're all stored in plastic. They're all dehumidified. Like, I can't just throw those in my garage. I picked up stuff at garage sales this weekend that was rusted and falling apart, or they were like boating things that like buoys and net buoys and stuff. And I was so excited because I took them out of my car, I photographed them in my alley, and I threw them in my garage. And I don't have to worry about what they're going to look like when they sell in 6 months, because they're already rusted and can sit in my garage.
Which would be a nightmare for somebody that, let's say, lives in an apartment in the city and has limited space and has like white carpet or something, right? And like keeps everything super clean. Not a good choice for them, but great choice for you. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. All right. No nautical maps for me. It's not happening.
No nautical maps for you. So I bought a Little Tykes dollhouse recently at a yard sale, and it is a goodie. All the pieces and parts. Didn't think it through though. I still got to find a box for it. It's listed in drafts, and it has been for 2 weeks, but you have to think about how you're going to ship these things and the supplies. And for us to order the 30 by whatever box we need off of Amazon or somewhere else, you can't order a single. So you're ordering 5 of those big boxes, and you're paying over $100 for those big boxes, right? Didn't think about that when I got excited and grabbed this dollhouse, because I know how much they sell for. But now it's been a draft just sitting while I hope to come across the perfect box, which I have to go
cross-post it over to, like with Vendu, to Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
but even then,
Facebook Marketplace.
Well, and even then, Joe, he was texting me yesterday, or the day before. He sold a blue dollhouse with all the accessories. Sold for like
same one.
300. Yeah. So he sold it for $330 to someone in California. You still got to ship it. He also had so many, like, we all know that Facebook was glitching this weekend, and you couldn't see comments on some stuff. You couldn't. So she paid for it, and it went through like 6 times or something, 5 times. Yeah.
Her credit card got charged and charged and charged and charged. Yeah. Not good.
So she had to dispute every single charge, but she is a dream buyer though, because he said, how about we just do this through Vendu? She canceled and disputed all of the credit card charges. They went over to Venmo. They went over to Venmo, completed it there. He actually said, I think this is going to cost more to ship. Let me package it first. packaged it. It was a lot more than what Facebook was charging for shipping. She paid it. She's all in for like $500 and she paid it and it's on its way and it's done. But like, it was a nightmare. I have chills because like, thank God she's a good buyer. Like, normally, what a nightmare situation.
I was getting I have that exact same dollhouse and we were having the chat about it because I was like, okay, the one you picked up on the curbside, I paid $15 at a yard sale for, and he's like, just sold it with but I was like, okay, my problem is the box. And he was like, he suggested going to like Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere. So I've got a couple of places I need to go look for them.
U-Haul stores are usually have the cheapest for big boxes. Also, I mean, I'm not afraid to just walk into like an automotive detailer garage. Literally, there's one down the street. Their garage door will be open. They'll be in there painting cars. And I just walk in and say, hey guys, I need a box that's roughly like 30 by 25 by, and they're like, here, we just took this fender out of this one. Yeah. So perfect. That's a good way to get free ones is the auto body places.
Well, that's what I need to do because I need to get this listed and get this baby out there because I've done all the work. I did all the hard part. Now it's just finding the right box. But these are the things you have to think about when you get excited about these BOLO items that you know are going to sell. There's so many things to take into account. And I spent some time up, they said they cleaned it, but it wasn't clean like we would clean it to have it photographed. So, I mean, time went into it. Do I regret it? No, I'm not going to regret this, but just to remember, these are the things you need to think about.
Yes, because
it's okay just to report.
Sorry, every listing is a seed. Some sprout tomorrow, some next month, but none of them grow if they're never planted. You gotta be able to have it actually listed or it doesn't count.
Right. I here's a question, and you guys honestly answer in the comments. You guys answer. How many times have you gotten excited about these items? You pick them up at a yard sale or an estate sale, not thinking about the work that it entails, like dual DVD VHS players, things that have to be tested, and you get home and you're like, okay, I'm glad we got this. The resale value is great, and you put it down, and it still sits there because it's not in your normal routine to do that step. So you're never getting to it. You're going to have to like block out an hour or two to go through and test. Do the DVDs work? Does the electronic, all the things in the electronic piece work? I mean, I bought simple 25-cent DVDs. Well, I now have to put them in the player and make sure they are actually working DVDs before I list them, right?
To those that are listening, no, you don't ever have to do that. You can just list them. You can just,
What? No. Electronic? Never.
You test every DVD?
No. DVDs, I would run it to make sure it plays and it's not, I check for skips and then I don't watch the whole movie, but I just make sure it plays, throw it in there.
This reminds me of Vanessa with the Elmo movie.
I was thinking that. I didn't know if I should mention it or not. I don't know if it's still a sore subject.
Okay, well, there we go. I say that's crazy. And you're no.
I mean, we get video games and we do
not play them.
We do the video games. Whenever we get video games, we pop them in the console and make sure they work.
For sure, it's better to do that.
It is absolutely better to do that. Whenever you get video games, you pop them in your game room next to the console, and then you do as you were just explaining, where you have to wait and find the time and do the whatever. And I totally get video games. I literally bought a video game console at that estate sale on Wednesday, and I'm just listed it for parts. I've already had a ton of offers. I just want somebody to pay the $40. Like, it's not even listed for a lot. So but I just listed it for parts. I'm sure it works. I'm sure it's great, but it's parts. I'm not testing it.
Yeah. So let's talk about, you're sitting there in that area, you're looking at something and you're going, ooh. I mean, what kind of things should we think about, ask ourselves before we pick that item up? Like, let's think about that. Like, for me, I start with the paint guns. Is this category, do I know this category, or, what do I know about it?
Yeah.
Is this something I want to learn? Like sometimes those things present themselves and it's like, yeah, I really want to learn this niche.
Oh, for sure.
You're like, I have no interest in this whatsoever. That's a good point.
Sometime you're 10 trains in and you're like, wow, I hate trains. This is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about the trains. Now that they're all listed, now that you're looking back, all listed, what might you have done differently?
Well, it has taken me the last 6 months to get them listed. It was a car full of trains. Take me 6 months. Not because they were hard, not because I spent so many hours doing it, just because I didn't want to do them. Turns out, not a train toy seller. I am shipping out I shipped out 3 of them today, 3 pieces of them for $100. I only paid $80 for all of it. So like, it's definitely making its money back. However, it was not something I'll never pick up a lot of trains ever again. I probably won't pick up a lot of much anything at this point.
The beauty of being an everything seller is that you don't get bored because you're doing different things all the time. The problem is you buy a big lot of something and then you live the life of a niche seller where you get bored of listing the same things all day long.
Exactly. That's my problem for
sure.
That
lot is exciting. That lot is a great deal. All those shot glasses, all those political buttons, all those, look at Libby turning red.
Yes, right.
All those, I have a whole thing of little pet shops that are in a bucket tub tote that I have yet to deal with, but I got a great deal at a yard sale for them. But
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So do I know the category? I don't necessarily want to research all the maps. I don't know anything about nautical maps. I don't know anything about lakes or topographical, whatever, navigation, none of that. So yeah, that's not. And I wouldn't even know. I think that also plays into the comping of things too. I didn't even know what terms to use to make sure I was getting a realistic price on what these maps would sell for, because they're all just rolled up. She says she has, 200 of them or whatever it is. Come and get them. I don't know if A, I'm paying a fair price for 200 nautical maps, or B, am I going to get the money out of them? Because a lot of them were sold comps of $20 or $30. But I don't know what's what. Do I need to go inspect everyone? Do I need to comp them all individually? Do I have time for that? Like, time is money. Like,
yeah, it would be like your next train lot. It would just be deep dive. Like I did that once a couple years ago with marbles. Like there was a bunch of like clay marble. Like it was just a mixed lot of thousands of marbles. And I went down. I was a marble seller for like a month. I bought a caliper. I learned all about marbles, how you play them, how to date them.
I forgot about that.
It was nuts. And I did really enjoy it. So there was that. Like I was excited about it. I did enjoy it. But here's the thing. Not so much profit for all that time spent. Like you still we didn't talk much about like, even if it's profitable, sometimes you sell, but sometimes you invest like this and it's not profitable. Like I made money, but not enough to recoup that deep dive of a month and a half on marbles.
Exactly. Yeah. The cost is more than just what you paid for it. It's everything else that you're putting into it as well. I mean, now if someone gave you another lot of fountain pens, you'd be all over that because A, you've already researched and know quite a bit about them. You have the experience in that now. And B, they sell for a lot more money than marbles.
Right.
Yeah. Like that was a very profitable deep dive I did with the Mont Blanc pens. Yeah. Learning how to authenticate the Hermes ties. That was also a very big deep dive. That was worth it, that I enjoyed. Yeah. So, but sometimes you don't know that when you're buying a lot, like the nautical maps, right? Like
don't know.
You could make thousands of dollars. You could make a couple hundred for.
And here's the thing. You would have to unroll each one of those and inspect them because you don't know what's going on inside each one. I mean, there could be tears and stains and holes in there that you're not seeing as they're just tubed up in a
And this
Garbage.
happens a lot. It happens when you buy a lot of stuff. Like, what's your risk tolerance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And the
Mhm.
other thing too, like if my grandparents were still alive, I'd probably throw all these cons out the window, and I would get them and I would bring them to them, and I would spend a whole weekend unrolling and inspecting every nautical map with them. But they were boat people. They were boat nerds. They had a 2-bedroom cabin cruiser. They would captain ships from North Carolina to Florida on a regular basis. Like they were boat people. My grandma and grandpa would have loved for me to come take over their living room and their dining room
Right,
with
right.
with nautical maps, and they would have like told me all the things about them. That would have made it worth it. I could have done that.
Absolutely. That would have been, yeah.
I also could have stored them in their guest room and it would have been fine. Boom, problem solved. Like
Even if they sat there forever, they wouldn't mind. I mean, that's the
They-
other thing to keep into account is
Right.
storing things and how quick they sell.
True.
Quick flips, long tail items, you know. How long it's going to take to
Storage.
sell?
Yeah, that's almost like a time is money type thing too. Like the storage space and time that it's taking that up, it's taking away from other things that you could be rotating through those shelves. Yeah.
Like that's kind of my deal with furniture. I gave up selling furniture for the most part not because it wasn't profitable. It was a time thing, right? Like, for years, for 10 years plus, it was 50% of my business, furniture. 50% of my profit. But was it worth every time I had to step out and arrange a pickup, and like based on the square footage it was taking out and the time it was taking away from my day in that whole process? No, it wasn't with the setup I have now, but
I will say I am a little shocked. I've thought about this before. I'm a little shocked that the table and chairs behind you and like the couch and all that, I'm surprised that that's not like different every month or two. Like I'm surprised you're not like, okay, I can resell the furniture that fits right here in this space and then do that.
That was the old Libby. The new Libby doesn't
yeah,
do
those
that
are
now.
mine. I haven't thought about reselling them.
Yeah.
But now
Don't
I
put
am.
those in.
Now I
Samantha.
Don't
I
we love
clear space.
But we also love the blue chair, so be careful.
The blue chair is actually my great grandmother's chair.
All right, well that can't go anywhere.
Yeah, from like Depression era. It was my great grandmother's chair. It's got a little history. Everybody hates it except my dad and I, but I think I don't know.
I like it. I like the blue chair. Yeah.
And I had it in the store. And do you remember this, Molly? Somebody desperately wanted to buy it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
there
are a few things I'll put my foot down on. Not Molly's desk chair, but
oh no,
my
I came to work and had nowhere to sit one day. I was like, what? Where did my chair go? Oh,
that's what I was
sold
thinking.
That last night. Yeah. Totally came into work with nowhere to sit. Like, where's my chair?
Imagine being her children going to sit down for breakfast in the morning and there's no dining room table anymore.
Yeah, that's a true story. Yeah.
Then you wonder why are all of Emma's things personalized? Why did she put her name personalized, embroidered in her
It really stinks she has such a common name too, because that'll also sell very well.
Still sells.
Oh,
that's hilarious. All right.
Something else to think about is when you're looking at something, does it fit your brand? I'm bringing the branding in on this. You think of somebody like Jason Spangler, Santee Swapper. He's in that Boy Scouting niche. I mean, he goes to places. If he goes to a yard sale and suddenly picks up, some random vintage, we'll go back to the Pyrex. That makes no sense for his business, right? So think about these things too. Now that doesn't mean if you've been in a niche for years and you suddenly decide you want to turn yourself into an everything seller, you can certainly do that. But to follow the bolos just to pick up that one item because somebody said it was a good one when it doesn't really fit your business, maybe not a good idea.
I have seen people then create a whole new Etsy store or a whole new second eBay store or a whole new, then they're trying to manage two stores on the same platform, multiple accounts,
Correct.
multiple browsers. Sometimes they have to get like 2 Nifty accounts or 2, like, no, just
Yeah.
because it was a
Yeah.
real good buy. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
tempting. We've all been there. It is so tempting. It's easy.
So tempting.
Read the pumpkin plan, Jill Drink. If you find yourself being tempted, like if you have a good thing going, you have a good flow, you have a good niche, and you're just all over the place, read the pumpkin plan. It will center you.
Yeah.
It's Mike McAllowitz wrote that.
We love everything he writes.
Mm-hmm.
There you
And
go.
then-
there you go.
And then there's the question that really Molly should ask herself more often when she is out.
What is that, Samantha?
Do you have room on top of your money mountain range? Or are you just feeding into that pile? Have you listed enough stuff to feel good about, like, I can bring this collection home or this stuff home and I'm not taking 10 steps backwards? Because that is...
personally feel seen and judged. No, I actually, that was one of the reasons why I walked from the paint guns, because I said to Nick, you know what, we have so many other things waiting to be listed that we know about and we know that they're there. Let's not deal with this. So I did. Thank you. Pat myself on the back.
Good job.
Good job. Woo.
Yeah, I did use that. So I recommend everybody put that question keep that in your brain when you're in that moment and think, is this really something that I have room for, or am I just adding another ledge to my mountain? Yeah.
Because most of us have a limited storage space. So yeah, it's just, I don't. So I'm asking myself different questions about, profitability and process, But
even at that, I mean, when you're filling your car with something and then that has to come out and it has to go into your garage and then that has to go into your basement. And the next thing you know, you got 27 stacks of encyclopedia books. And you're like, well, now this is my whole personality for the next month. And like, it's, even though you have unlimited storage space, you still have to sit in that stuff for a while before it goes into storage. So
I feel seen and judged. If you look at the table behind me,
which is funny because I have the messiest room of all right now, and I'm feeling great.
I invite you to come take a trek around my house right now, because it's a little cuckoo. Yeah,
I know. Like, I have to think about my kitchen. Is my kitchen currently cleaned out? There's no consignment in it. There's no whatever. Great. I want it to stay that way. I don't need refrigerator boxes full of maps in there. Like,
all right. I'm going to plug this in because I have said this on a couple of my thrift find flip videos that I've done recently, is that when do you grab an item on faith or just because it brings you joy? Sometimes I think it's okay if it's a low cost item. Maybe it's something you've seen a couple of times, you're curious about it, you want to grab it. It's a low cost item and you're excited that you want to do a deep dive on those marbles or whatever it is that you want. You've been wanting to learn more about it. And you're looking at it as educational, and the money, it's not an expensive item. That's a reason I think it's okay to pick it up, as long as you don't let it take over the important part of your business of getting the actual items listed. You got to know that you have time in your day to put a block of time to do that research and enjoy that. My line I've been saying is sometimes it's what's the value in that? Well, sometimes I pick up things because the value in it isn't about the money. It's about the joy that it brings me, because I just fall in love with an item and I want to take it home and I want to be a part of finding it a new home. And I do that often. Samantha has a little kitty cat cup.
There's no value to that at all. And it's cracked, but it makes me happy.
It's cracked. I'm Paprika. So my little ducks that I just got, these Japan vintage spice ducks, I got 3 of them and I paid $2 for them. And I know they weren't a huge resale value, but I know that the Japan ceramic things sell over time. They're kind of a slow, but collectors love them. But they were spice ducks, and even one was cracked, but they were so cute that I just, out of all the things that I got at the sale, and yes, there was like a Pottery Barn pillar that's probably $50, and great money makers. My favorite thing were those 3 little ducks. They made me happy. I loved bringing them home. I loved photographing them. I loved listing them. I'm going to love it when they sell in a year and a half or whenever they sell. I'm going to be happy that I helped them find a new home. So
do you still have the brass geese or whatever by your fireplace? So that is an example of
That
this
is
FOMO.
Perfect example.
Because we were in Nashville at an estate sale, and Stuart, you were like, "Oh, these are so cute," and Stuart was like, "Brass is hot right now. You gotta get them."
Brass animals yes, in particular.
Now, granted, they look beautiful in your living room, so
I
it's
love
not
them.
like they're absolutely beautiful. We love them too. They're great, but you bought them on the premise that they were only going to be there. We were also there when we came back to North Carolina, and you put them there and you told your husband, Stuart says they're hot right now. They're going to go real quick, honey.
And
they
you know
won't
why
be
I
there
told him
long
that?
at all.
If you remember the part of the story, he said, we already have 2 of those listed.
Yes.
And I said, but Stuart said they're hot, so we're going to get the other 2. So now we have 4 different size ducks. I will tell you, I did get a question on eBay about the ducks, 2 of the ducks, because they're set. One I had gotten 6 months before the other. So the smaller 2, I got a question on those on eBay, and I thought, somebody's looking at my ducks.
What was the question? Why haven't these sold? I heard they're really hot right now.
It was Amy. I love that you had a pair already for 6 months and they didn't sell, but they're hot right now.
They're hot right now. I bought them a bigger sale.
Samantha.
They look beautiful in my living room.
Listen.
And I like them in my living room. I love the little ducks. I might be
2
sad when they sell.
2 summers ago. I just want to let you know. 2 summers ago. All right.
And you know how they look? I get compliments on my ducks all the time.
They do. They do look great in your living room. They're absolutely, I mean, they fit in perfectly. So they can be listed as long as they need to be. But I think that's a great example of this episode. Don't fall into what other people are saying, or oh my gosh, they're only a couple dollars, or oh my gosh, they did whatever. Like, she had a plan for them, so it worked out fine. It's good, but not just because someone says so. And also not just because they're cheap. So yes, if something is cheap and you buy a little something and you have a gamble on it. I did that once with a lot of quarry critters. If you comp them, they don't have the greatest sell-through rate. They don't comp for a ton, but I got a whole table of them for $20. I've sold all but 2 of them in the last year and a half or 2 years. And I've done decent. Like, they sell for $20 to $30 a piece. So it was a great investment, and I hope to find another card table full of them at another garage sale. However, I bought those because my gut said they're super cute. I would love to have them displayed while they're listed, and they're only $20. So I made a deal. It was cheap. But if you do that a lot, you will end up with a house full of cheap stuff that doesn't make you happy anymore because there's so much of it. It's no longer cute. So there's a balance there.
There's a balance. Think it through.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all tell us in the comments if you've bought because everyone swore it was gold and it's still sitting on the floor in your living room by your fireplace. Let us know.
Also,
we want to know in the comments.
The real moral of today's episode is don't listen to Stuart from Franklin Hill Ventures.
Stuart! Aww,
Finders Flippers Resale Podcast.
Stuart, we love you, man.
We do love you, Stuart.
I don't want my breasts and now they're gonna sell because we're talking about it. Then I'm gonna be sad because I'm gonna have the space on my floor that doesn't have my ducks.
I'm surprised you haven't got a cha-ching right now.
I know, because we're talking about it. They're gonna sell. Yeah, gummit.
My husband He cleaned out the garage the other day, and there's this wicker chair. It's been in there the same amount of time. A couple summers ago, someone gave it to me. I have it local pickup. It's huge. It takes up space. And he said, can I please just get rid of this? And I said, absolutely. Thank God Nifty can delist right on the phone, though, because I was like, let me delist this now, or it will sell for $300 to someone in California the moment you put it at the curb. Like, just...
Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. If you have not already, please make sure to give us some comments. We love reading our comments every week. They make us quite happy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? Subscribe. It's crazy to me when I hear the percentage of people that watch videos all the time but never subscribe to the channel. Like, we need your support. That little click on the subscribe helps us more than you will ever know. And remember Thrift Find Flip, our sister channel. Click a subscribe there.
If you're on
Show
your
us
mobile,
some love.
If you're on your mobile, hit that hype button. Hype us up. It does things. It's great.
It makes magic for us. Hype us. Give us a little hype. All right, y'all. Until next time.
Cheers. Cheers. That's my face.
Over and over and over again.
Thanks for being here with us on Consignment Chat. Find everything we do at consignmentchats.com and stay connected with us by subscribing wherever you listen or watch. We'll see you next time.